Hey gang, welcome back to chapter 21 of the Crucible Chronicles, where we're currently playing my favorite deck. I have to say the end is in sight though. Today is Dark Tidings release day basically everywhere but the US, which is super exciting. Super jealous for all y'all out there who have got your hands on Dark Tidings already. I know that I'm super pumped to get it eventually. And I may or may not have put in a small order to get some shipped from Canada. So potentially next week we might be able to wrap up this chapter and move into a little bit of Dark Tidings. At least that's what I'm hoping for. Anyways, let's hop into today's game. Got ourselves a game playing against some mass mutation. I should clarify, I did specifically put in the title that I was looking for a non-Dark Tidings matchup. So hoping this will go pretty well for us. We got Dis Logos Star Alliance. Interesting, a Maverick Darkwave in Dis. That's kind of cool. Double Waking Nightmare. We have the Eaton's Jar. So I have a feeling that might be coming for, well, I guess we'll see. What that's coming for. I don't think I like this hand one bit, so we're just going to mulligan it. Just going to go ahead and mulligan it. Got the triple standardized testing and the Kurzap. Let's go ahead and take a Logos turn. When life gives you Logos, you play Logos, I guess. I'll play out the Infomorph, Quixo, the Titan Engineer, and Vellum. So that is quite a bit of Logos to get out of the way. Ooh, and into the library card Autoencoder. So I like that. With the Sacro Fiend, we currently have no Ember. Soul Keeper. And kills the QMX with Waking Nightmare with the damage. Okay. We'll take a Logos turn then. We'll pick up our QMX. Play out the library card. So I think this Titan Engineer is going to fight into this Sacro Fiend. So it'll kill the Titan Engineer. That's okay. Got the Autoencoder. We'll throw down another QMX. And then pull out... Ooh, interesting. Hide. So, what do we want to do here? I think we probably want to reap. Just reap. So reap, and then Vellum is going to reap, allowing us to archive 2 cards. So I don't really want to muddy up my archives, so I guess we'll do Vandalize and the Dino Thief. We'll see what that does for us. All right, they're going into Logos. See if we get a standardized testing. Which currently only hits the QMX. We have 1 standardized testing. Interesting, they just discarded. Okay, let's go with Logos. I see no reason to not go with Logos. So Hide is going to reap. So I'll draw 2 cards for us. Draw 2 cards. Vellum will reap, letting us archive 2 cards. Do that. Go ahead and reap here. Reap and reap. And we will probably just continue. To call Logos until our opponent deals with it. I see they've got 2 Anthonys. Two Anthonys. That's pretty good. Starlights. Here comes the Anthony. They got access denied. Creature cannot reap. Fine by me. I think we still go with Logos here. I actually kind of want Hide to die here. And I actually only want to archive 1 card, I think. I could also fight with Quixo. Let's fight with Quixo. Fight into Bonesaw. Okay, well, interesting. So, we'll reap here. Oh boy, I sure did that wrong. I meant to fight into Antony. That was the plan. That was the plan, wasn't it? That's fine. We'll fight into Antony there. Then we'll fight. So I kind of want Hide Dead. Firstly, so I only have to archive one card there. And then secondly, the other reason being if we get hit with like a General Order 24 or something like that, then we have the ability to like Hide, or a Vellum will actually, Vellum and Hide will both get archived. So that is potentially good. Potentially good. All right, so the Pale Star comes down. Bonesaw reaps, and Dark Wave dealing some damage. Nice, that's great. So that's perfect. So now we got both Hide and Vellum archived. Got an Infernus coming down as well. So we have three Logos cards there. I don't know. Am I interested in playing this Amber Lucian? I don't think so. I don't think so. I don't have any Amber control currently. I think probably I just call Untamed. Call Untamed will play out Niffle Grounds. Take all the cards in the archives. No, we don't want to. So we'll play out Niffle Grounds. We'll ditch the Amber Lucian. I hope I don't regret that. Ditch the Amber Lucian. Ditch Lost in the Woods. Ditch the Niffle Ape. I can deal 2 damage to this Infernus, but do I really care? I don't really think so. What else are we looking at? Okay, well we got the Ghost Hawk. So maybe potentially a reason to hold on to the Song of the Wild. Let's just ditch it. Because it's going to take too long. I think too long to get to a point where that's going to be valuable. There you go. Okay, so we got 4 Logos cards, 5, 6 with the Bouncing Death Quark. They're calling Logos, so I'm pretty happy about that. Surely we see a standardized testing. There it is. With a damage pip to boot. I see they're also using an auto encoder. Discards their Archivist. Okay. All right, so the question here is, do I want to call Logos? Do I want to call Logos? And I think the answer is yes, because I can still get these QMEX to function. And I'm getting closer and closer to... I could also see the Vandalize being taken out. Let's call Shadows. No, let's not call Shadows. We don't have any... But the Vandalizes could be so good. Generates a bunch of Ember for me. They don't have any Ember. No, let's call Logos. Pick up our archives. We'll pop the library card. We'll QMEX. We can Neurosiphon. We can hide. Vellum. Oh, I see. We're Neurosiphoning. That's what we're doing. We'll pop that QMEX back in there. Got Vellum. Play it over there. Play out. Odd Clawed to the left. Poke that thing. Oh my goodness, can I actually do it? I can do it. I think I actually leave it like this. So I did just cycle over. So I can play more cards here. I can generate, I guess, another Ember. Or I could potentially set up a big steal. Let's actually end our turn here. I've been wanting to try and pull this off. I've been really wanting to try and pull it off. So we'll see. See if we can make it work. The problem is they don't have any Ember. And I don't necessarily see them generating a bunch of Ember really quick. I don't see them generating a bunch of Ember really quick. So the idea here is I don't have anything in my discard. I can discard a bunch of Shadows cards on a Shadows turn to basically, well, obviously discard them and archive cards. Archive a bunch of cards off the top of my deck until I have none, and then I can use the Shadowsmith to draw over, thus making my discard pile, which is completely filled with Shadows cards. Oh, bummer. There it is. Okay, well, there we go. The flaw in plan. Flaw in plan. We'll just go Shadows. We'll just go Shadows. Fine. Just archive all this stuff. Let's see. I don't care for the Splinter. So we'll discard the Splinter. Or the Ransack. Okay, whoops. Well, that's fine. We're probably going to be stealing that anyways. So we got Vandalize. We're going to get rid of the Archivist. That's a bummer. And then we'll Vandalize again to get rid of Darkwave. And we'll Vandalize again to get rid of Infernus. And then we'll play out a Nexus. We'll play out... do we have our Look Over There? We do. Look Over There. And we'll play out the Shoulder Id to the right. Dealing a damage there. And I guess we just discarded these Francises. Sure. Discard. Oh, I might as well discard because they're dead anyways. Oh, they aren't dead actually. Didn't think that through. So we'll draw another card. Play out this. Because I want to have like some amount of creatures on the board. I don't want to just like auto encode everything. Alright, so we didn't get to the Song of the Wild. It's a little bit of a bummer. I was sort of hoping to make that happen, but I do also have this double Lost in the Woods. But again, triple standardized testing, so probably everything's dead. Probably everything's dead. That's okay though. One standardized testing. Let's see if they have a second. It's fine. I can call Shadows or a Logos turn after this. They got a Cronus with a draw icon on it. That's pretty cool. Love to see it. Lethalogica discards the Sacrofiend John Cargo and then picks up a standardized testing. So fortunate for us. Good for them. They still have the autoencoder out on the board. Yeah, I think probably the sequence here is we take a Logos turn, spew out some more creatures so we can get some value out of this Ghost Hawk. We'll have the QMX, so it's, we got a 2/3 chance that we're going to draw into that Song of the Wild. I suppose if we wanted to be guaranteed to do it, well, I guess we draw with the QMX first. We draw with the QMX first and see what that gets us. Discards Mobius Scroll, discards that standardized testing they just picked up. We have not seen the other Antony, so I think this turns into a Logos turn for us. Yeah, I think so. We'll just call Logos and pick up our our hand. We'll then allow QMX to draw into Song of the Wild. Okay, so we got it. And then we'll play out, I guess, just all this stuff. We're not going to be drawing a card anyways. And if we have more creatures on the board, it's more likely that we'll be able to get some value. So I think we can just Neuro Siphon, play that, deal a damage. We'll Bouncing Death Quark, deal a damage to the QMX, kill the Cronus and the QMX. And then we'll end our turn. See what that does for us. See what that does for us. I was sort of hoping that, well, I mean, we obviously weren't able to get on check. We could have probably quite easily got on check with Untamed, but that didn't happen. Here's the Eaton's Jar. I wonder if we see it on the Lost in the Woods. Because that'd be pretty savage right now. Ooh, Vandalize. Okay, still pretty good. Still pretty good, although fortunately for us, the Vandalizes are all in the discard pile. We see the Obsidian Forge come down now as well, so that's good. I like it. I like it a lot. All right, Waking Nightmare to increase our key cost. We got an Antony coming. I'm sorry, I literally can't talk anymore. It's just it's too difficult. Okay, we got the Soul Keeper, so that's good. Okay, we're gonna take an Untamed turn. We're not gonna pick up our archives. We will play the Wild Spirits onto. Let's see, we can do Dino Thief as elusive at least. It's got a damage on it, but I think that makes the most sense. We will play out some creatures. What do we want to shuffle back? I guess I could do both Logos cards. So I'll put both the damage there with the Song of the Wild. We'll go ahead and Ghost Talk. Deploy left. To reap with both those. We'll throw down the Cephaloist to the right. I think we're just going to toss everything down on the board. Oriana's Attendant, Niffle Ape, Pandangle. We'll play, I think we're just going to play one Lost in the Woods. We'll grab both of those and the Dark Minion. And then I think we just leave those right there. I know keeping both of them around is obviously redundant, but yeah, it's obviously a little bit redundant, but we know that we haven't seen the Antony, so we know that's coming. We see Star Alliance here. Let's see what they've got in the tank. All right, they're discarding. Going hard on the discard. The nice thing with the Lost in the Woods is it shuffles it back into their deck, so it's less likely. I mean, yeah, I don't know. I guess they probably have some type of draw. Well, we know they have a Cronus, so they got some type of draw pips hanging around there. Reveals Eclectic, Lethalogica, and Krzap. There's the Antony. Oh, discards an Antony. Ooh, that's nice. All right, we'll call Untamed. I can pick up our archives. We'll just go ahead and reap Reap. 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 And Lost in the Woods to get rid of Ghost Talk. And Gloriana's Attendant for the Anthony. And hope they can't manage to figure out a way to draw back into it on a Starline's turn. They're calling Logos. They're going fishing. I don't think I think we got this. I don't think they're gonna find anything in Logos. That's gonna pull me off 18 Ember. But that's a pretty solid standardized testing. Also, that would have been a great reason, I suppose, to yeah, there would have been a great reason to keep Gloriana's Attendant on the board. So definitely a little bit of a misplay on my part. Should have identified that keeping a low power creature, because that basically would have protected Niffle Ape Fandangle. I mean, you still would have lost these three: Pismire, Cephaloist, and Dino Thief. We got the W. Well played to our opponents. That was I feel like we just kind of got ahead of stuff. That Eaton's Jar coming down earlier could have really caused some problems. You know, I think it's probably not surprising. I think, like, I play Rumbles obviously quite a bit. I've played this deck quite a few times, so I know, like, what I want to do with the deck. And I've also consequently played against it. Like, I've played solo games on my own against it. So, like, I know what I typically want to do to shut the deck down. And I know that the triple Vandalize can be pretty brutal. But it's probably not what I would generally pick playing against Rumble in terms of the Eaton's Jar target. And to clarify, this is not in any way a criticism on our opponent. This is just me specifically saying, like, obviously I know how I play the deck, and when I'm playing solo, I know how I play the deck, and I'm still playing the deck. But I think would opt to realistically, like, the QMX or even just the library card, which is kind of crazy to think that, like, I've got a deck with, you know, two QMX, double Lost in the Woods. It's got, you know, the triple Vandalize, obviously. So those seem to generally be the things that probably jump out for good Eaton's Jar targets. But I like, there's probably a lot of situations where just hitting the library card and preventing me that one explosive turn could potentially be enough to kind of really set this deck back. But yeah, I think, you know, we got some pretty good draws. You know, I generally don't like starting the game with such a Logos presence, but, you know, I think we start with 4 Logos cards and then drew 2 more, library card and autoencoder. So definitely a quite fortunate start on our part. Yeah, you know, allowing us to set up a decent library card turn was good. I'm actually quite happy with the decision. You know, obviously I was forced to fight, but even before, was it Vellum? Whichever one is the 4-power one, got hit with the access denied. I was definitely considering fighting one of them into a creature just to get it killed, because the problem is with General Order 24, and potentially something like Dark Wave, anything that deals that damage simultaneously or kills everything, like the Kurzap as well. The danger is it will kill both Hide and Vellum, and neither one will be in the discard at the time that they are destroyed. So basically, that kind of like cool synergy where I can bank the QMX and both Hide and Vellum for a big library card turn is like in danger in the face of a kind of a board wipe, a simultaneous board wipe, if you will. And that's actually something I was thinking about a little bit more recently. Like, there might be some situations where I actually opt to discard either Hide or Vellum if I have both of them, just to protect against something like that. Like maybe discard the larger power of the two, the 4-power one, assuming that the 2-power one will be easier to have killed, and thus kind of like tricking our opponent into kind of helping us bank more Logos cards in the archives. But yeah, a great game, well played from our opponents. I think we were able to just kind of get ahead and grab the initiative. The deck we were playing against definitely had some decent removal. I'm just realizing right now that like Dark Wave and the Pale Star is pretty cool. I mean, Dark Minion in Pale Star is obviously better, and this deck also has that. But it's kind of cool that there's a Dark Wave into the Pale Star on on the same turn. It's kind of a cool synergy with that Maverick. But yeah, hey, thank you so much for checking this video out. I am hoping next week that I'll get that small amount of Dark Tidings decks in that I ordered. And if so, we'll switch gears into Dark Tidings on the channel, which I'm super excited for. I hope you all are too. And yeah, that'll be it for today. I will catch y'all later.